Gemara Pesachim Daf Aleph. We begin a new parak. This daf primarily discusses the isser of eating chametz and benefiting from chametz on Erev Pesach. The Mishnah has three components. The Mishnah begins by discussing that whenever you could eat chametz, that's when you could get benefit from it, and all the different ways that you're allowed to get benefit from it. Then the Mishnah discusses that when the Zman passes, you cannot get benefit. And thirdly and lastly, the Machlekes Rav Yehuda and the Chachamim, how to rid yourself of chametz. Rav Yehuda says has to be by burning, and the Chachamim says you can even scatter it in the wind. In the Gemara, we're going to first discuss the first part of the Mishnah that discusses that whenever you could eat it, you could get benefit from it. Then we're going to discuss all the different ways of getting benefit from it and the chiddush of each one. Then we're going to discuss that when the Zman passes, what's the chiddush of not being able to get benefit. And then on Amud Beis, we're going to have a lengthy discussion that's going to begin of what is the makar, what is the source of the Torah that you cannot get benefit from chametz. And we're going to have the machlekes from Chizkiah, who learns it's a localized din by Pesach, and the opinion of Rav Avua that learns it's whenever in the Torah says lo yisayachel, lo yichilu, lo yachel, all refers to the isser of not only eating but as well as getting benefit. So the quick summary we're going to see over here, then in the Gemara, it starts off with the first clause that says, whenever you could eat it, you could get benefit from it. That seemingly concurs with the opinion of Rameir, because the opinion of Rameir teaches us that on the 5th hour you burn it, and the 6th hour, and the 5th hour you eat it. Very square, very in a box. Whereas according to Rabbi Yehuda, he says the 4th hour you eat it, the 5th hour you get benefit, the 6th hour you burn it. So seemingly there's a time that you cannot eat it, but you could get benefit. The Gemara explains that no, really the Mishnah is going with the opinion of Rav Gamliel, because we see that it says the word mutter seemingly refers to two different people, which shows us that at the hour that the kohen could eat it, chuma, of the 5th hour, that's when Yisraelim could get benefit. Now the chiddush in the Mishnah of behema and chaya, domesticated animal and wild animals, is one hides its food, one keeps the food out in the open, and lastly, oifis we just wrote because we said wild and domesticated animals. The chiddush that you're allowed to eat, allowed to even sell to a guy, is that the Mishnah is not like the opinion of Beis Shammai. Beis Shammai holds that you're not even allowed to have a guy of possession of your chametz over Pesach. We move along to Chaval from a bees, and over there we discuss that what's the chiddush that you're allowed to get hana. Says the Gemara, the chiddush is that even if you charred the chametz before the zman, then you're allowed to get benefit from it even after the zman. Lastly, we said over zman yasser ba'nasli. What happens when the zman passes? You can't get hana. The chiddush of that is that even though it's only a din derabanan, but even on a deraisa level, you can't get benefit. Meaning you cannot marry an isha at that moment. And finally, the Mishnah said liyask b'tana v'kirayim. The chiddush is like Rav Yehuda, who says that the only way to rid yourself of chametz is by burning it. So you might think you could even get benefit from it while you burn it. Says the Mishnah, no. Now we have the source for Isser Hana of Chametz over Pesach. Chizkiah says the localized din of Lo Ye'achel Chametz, which teaches us that any way of benefiting always eventually leads to eating, and therefore Lo Ye'achel Chametz teaches us you cannot get benefit from Chametz. Rav Avua says no. Whenever we find in the Torah that says Lo Ye'achel Lo Yisechelu, that always refers to not getting benefit and not eating. So we don't need a special din here by Pesach. Says Rav Avua, we know that we have machlekes that Rameir and Rav Yehuda, how we know the din of Rav Avua, according to Rameir, is because by Nevela it specifically speaks out that by Nevela you could yes get benefit. Shows us by all other times that the Torah says Lo Seichel you cannot get benefit. And finally, according to Rav Yehuda, the reason is because it says the kelev tashlichon aisai, you can yes throw it to the dogs, but everything else you cannot. That's the way that Rav Yehuda and Rameir learn according to Rav Avua, that the isser of lo yisechelu applies both to eating and to benefit, whereas Chizkiah learns it's localized into Pesach of lo ye'achel chametz, teaching us you cannot eat nor get benefit from chametz over Pesach.